Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. The Franchise Stars Baseball League has turned to August of year 3 of the FSBL, and we come to you live from Fulton County Stadium in Atlanta for an NL East showdown between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. The Braves have led the division pretty much since the jump this year, looking for their first division title.
And now,
The Phillies
your
have gotten scalding hot over the last 6 weeks. They've leapfrogged the Mets, and we'll get to the Mets momentarily because the Mets have a real situation on their hands. But the Phillies have dropped the first two of this series to Atlanta. They got within a half game, but weren't able to catch them. The Braves, the first two games of this four-game set, have topped the Phillies in extra inning fashion, walk-offs both times. 12 innings in the opener, 10 innings in game two. Now it'll be Greg Maddux taking the hill for the Braves to try to take the third game of this series and assure themselves a series victory. Greg Maddux, 8-9, a 3.61 earned run average on the season. Stepping in to lead off for the Phillies, sliding Billy Hamilton, 292 so far on the year for Hamilton. He's won the batting title in year one, hit 300 in year two. He's trying to get back to that mark here in year three. Lays down a bunt. It's in foul ground. Horner touches it up, and it'll just be a strike. Maddux rocks and fires. Hamilton tries to bunt again, and it's foul. So Hamilton takes two cracks at a bunt base hit. Now he's going to have to swing away. 0-2 pitch, fly ball to left. It's shallow, coming on. Lonnie Smith puts it away. 4 out, number one. Your Phillies lineup, Hamilton, Ashburn, and Chuck Klein. Roland McGee and Ryan Howard. Juan Samuel, Jimmy Rollins, and Darren Dalton. The Phillies, a team on-base percentage of .353 to this point, leading the National League. Their offense has been humming, led by Chuck Klein, right now the front runner for most valuable player. Ashburn hits a one-hopper to short. Andrelton Simmons throws it out, just quickly two away here in the top of the first.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Chuck Klein.
And that'll bring up Chuck Klein. 289, 33 homers, an FSBL best 94 runs batted into this point. He still leads the National League in homers, although the Yankees' Lou Gehrig has taken over the FSBL lead in home runs. Gehrig now with 35. First pitch from Maddux misses inside. That one, a changeup, hits the corner. It's 1-1. Maddux has pitched into some tough luck this year. He's also slumped a little bit. That ERA at 3.61, by no means terrible, but not where Maddux is looking for it. Klein lines it, but Simmons, playing him to pull, is able to take a couple steps to his left and snag it, and the Phillies go down in order. We'll head to the bottom of the first in Atlanta. Phillies nothing, Braves coming up. On the mound for the Phillies, Robin Roberts, 10-8, a 3.62 earned run average so far for Roberts this season. He has been fine. This Phillies rotation certainly has gotten a jump with the addition of Cole Hamels this year. And they'll get a bigger jump next year. Very highly touted rookie Pete Alexander will join the Phillies staff next year. Starting off for the Braves, Lonnie Smith. And Smith has been outstanding. Some eyebrows were raised when the Braves dealt Felipe Alou to the Brewers in the offseason. But Smith has taken the everyday left field job. He's batting .326. He has stayed healthy, and he comes in here riding an 18-game hitting streak. Swings and misses there. Count is 1-1 as Smith faces Roberts here to open up the bottom of the first. Roberts rocks and fires. Curveball misses down and in. 2-1 pitch shatters the bat. Roberts picks it up, flips it to Howard. Sets Smith away for the first out. The barrel is retrieved by Juan Samuel out there at second base. Your Braves lineup: Smith, Cuccinello, and Holmes. Wally Berger, Dale Murphy, and Javi Lopez. Bob Horner, Andrelton Simmons, and Tommy Tucker round out the Braves line. Again, Wally Berger playing center. Dale Murphy has moved over to right field since the season-ending injury to Ronald Acuna, mirroring real life. Here, Acuna dislocated his ankle. He is done for the season. Here's Tony Cuccinello, who was injured earlier in the season. Been productive since he came back, batting .304. As our good friend and leader of the Braves fan club, Wayne March, joined us. Check out Wayne's terrific channel when you get the opportunity. For some baseball and some NASCAR as well. 0-2 as Roberts gets ahead of Cuccinello. Curveball misses down in the way. Cuccinello goes down and gets that one. Hits a routine ground ball to Rollins, who throws him out. And Cuccinello is set aside. So that'll bring up Tommy Holmes. Holmes batting .305, 12 homers, 45 RBIs on him. Ground ball hit past a diving Howard down the first base line. Holmes rounds first. Klein will get the throw in. Holmes in at second with a 2-out double. And the Braves have a runner in scoring position. 20th double of the season for Tommy Holmes. Howard laid out for that ball, but Holmes was able to put it past him. And that'll bring up Wally Berger. Berger batting .254. Goes the other way. This is slicing away from Klein. That's a long run for Klein. It hits just foul. Oh, goodness. Berger just misses an RBI double. Let's see where this one lands. That was awfully close. Get the camera out there. Forgive my shoddy camera work. Dwayne wants the replay. We're giving it to you, my man. We're giving it to you. Let's see where this baby lands. There's Klein. Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. Barely foul. And the Braves just miss an RBI double. Instead, it's just a strike. Count goes to 0-1 to Berger. Ground ball up the middle, and Berger with a single into center. Holmes comes around third. Hamilton throws it home. Dalton comes way out to cut that off, but maybe he'd try to go and take second. But Berger holds up. It's an RBI single for Wally Berger. And the Braves have taken a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. I wanted to see that replay too, man. I wanted to see that replay too. That was very, very close, especially with no stripe on the wall. So now, here's Dale Murphy. Murphy has cooled off a bit recently. Still a very solid year. Murphy batting .272. 17 homers, 60 RBIs. Roberts from the set. Delivers. Murphy swings and misses, and Roberts is ahead of him 0-2. Mentioned in the introduction, the Phillies jumping over the Mets, and that the Mets now have themselves in a problem. In the first start of August, Tom Seaver was taken out of the game with what is being diagnosed as shoulder soreness. It might end up being something pretty significant, though. The Mets losing Seaver would obviously be a huge, huge problem for New York. They have put him on the injured list. They have called up George Mogridge from the minors to take that rotation spot. Mogridge, of course, acquired in the Lenny Dykstra trade with the Twins a couple years ago. But the Mets, in a dogfight not just to catch the Braves, but to hold on to a wild card spot that they've now been knocked out of. Certainly cannot afford to lose Tom Seaver for any length of time. Murphy fouls it off, count 2-2 here. Berger on first, Braves lead at 1-0. Again, Atlanta. This series started, the Phillies had closed the gap to a half a game. But the Braves have taken the first 2 games of this 4-game set in extra innings. John Smoltz, who may very well be the National League Outstanding Pitcher winner as Murphy goes down swinging. But Wally Berger comes through with the RBI single. We'll head to the top of the second. It's 1-0 Braves. Smoltz right now may very well be the National League's outstanding pitcher, but he was knocked around by the Phillies in the opener of this series. Didn't make it through the 4th inning, but the Braves rallied back, won that game in 12, and then they won game 2 in 10 innings. So the Braves showing a bit of guts here, trying to withstand the pressure from the Phillies. Here's Scott Rowland, 287, 21 homers, 61 RBIs. Maddux delivers, fastball down low, Rowland fouls it off. Rowland, nice little mini hot streak here. He's 10 for his last 20. Change up on the outside corner. Joe McDonald has the home plate duties here. 4-hour fantastic fictional umpire. Going to the count. Maddux comes up and in. Rowland lays off. That one down. Maddux goes to the slider. Rowland goes chasing. Picked nicely by Javi Lopez, who throws Rowland out. First strikeout for Maddux, and there's one away. Here's Sherry McGee. McGee batting .311. There really is not a weak spot in this Phillies lineup. First pitch fastball in for a called strike. McGee up to .311. He's 10th in the National League in hitting. 18 homers, 52 RBI. And we have high standards for the fictional umps we'll hire, Dwayne. Tap back to the mound. Maddux has it. A fine fielding pitcher and a routine play there. McGee is set down. There's 2 away.
The first baseman, Ryan Howard.
So that'll bring up big Ryan Howard, 273, 14 homers, 38 RBIs for Howard on this. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. You see the Braves playing him the pull. Foul that one off, and Maddux is ahead 0-2. Lopez sets up away. Maddux goes off the plate with the changeup, and Howard flails at it. So a pair of strikeouts for Maddux, who has set down the first 6 to face him. We'll head to the bottom of the second here in Atlanta. It's 1-0 Braves. No Angel Hernandez, although I hear he's looking for work. So stepping in, here's Javi Lopez. Lopez batting .247. 11 home runs, 27 RBIs. Lopez started off the season miserably. He was actually put down in the minors for a little bit. And now he's come back up and is getting the bulk of the playing time. Grounds the first pitch to short, backhanded by Rollins. Throws the first. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the second.
Batting 7, the third baseman, number 5.
And now here's Bob Horner, and the Braves would love to see Horner get hot. 242, 9 homers, 30 RBIs. Horner had lost some playing time to Ezra Sutton. But Sutton went cold too. And the Braves have elected to send Sutton down to the minors, and Horner's going to get the bulk of the time at third, at least for the next month until the rosters expand September 1st. Horner hits this one well to center, but to the deepest part of the yard. Hamilton's there. puts it away for 2 down. Warner had a fantastic first season in the FSBL. Had a miserable first half a year ago and then picked it up a bit in the second half. Daniel Simmons steps in. Simmons batting .276. 7 homers, 39 RBIs. Warner's kind of gone up and down a bit this season as well. He had a little bit of a hot streak, I think it was in May, where he kind of went on a little bit of a homer binge for, a couple of weeks. And the Braves were thinking that he was going to get hot there. But he's been erratic since then. Simmons slashes this one foul. It's 1-1. Yeah, I mean, Warner's best year was year 1. And I thought he was really going to take off after that point. But he's been very, very erratic. And I mean, obviously I don't see every Braves game, but I always check in when I do a broadcast of a team, what they've been doing recently. And it always seems like Warner is streaking. Like he always either seems like he's got the hot logo or the cold logo next to him, like he's never just kind of being. Simmons loops this one out to right, but Samuel retreats, puts it away, and the side is retired. So Roberts bounces back to retire the side in the second. We'll head to the top of the third, 1-0 Braves. Samuel, Rollins, and Dalton due up. Samuel riding an 8-game hitting streak. He has had a terrific year. Samuel is batting .300. He's got 18 homers. Fastball misses down low. Ground ball to third. Horner charges on the bare hand. That low throw. It can't be handled at first. We'll see if they call that an error. They're going to call it an infield base hit. That might be a little bit generous. A good throw there gets him. Horner knows Samuel runs well. Ended up coming in on the bare hand there. Low throw couldn't be handled at first. Didn't look like that skipped the dirt, though. Here's Jimmy Rollins, and J-Roll is having a terrific season as well. He's also batting .300 with 18 homers. He and Samuel, bouncing back after 4 seasons a year ago, has really helped out this Phillies offense as a whole. 0-2 the count. Samuel, as you mentioned, certainly a threat to run. Got Samuel's number fixed. I don't know. I remember he had a uniform number problem the last time we did a Phillies broadcast, but I don't remember what it said he was wearing. Fastball there at the knee as Maddux freezes Rollins. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. There's one away. Third strikeout for Maddux. So that'll bring up Dutch Dalton. Dalton batting .277. Throw over to first. Samuel dives back in. Another throw over. So Maddux very aware of Juan Samuel over there at first. Maddux delivers another changeup at the knee. I'll tell you, Maddox's changeup has been really sharp here in the early going. 0-1 the count to Dalton. Pitch out, runner goes. Throw down from Lopez is a strike, and out is Juan Samuel at second. So the Braves guess right. Lopez with a beautiful throw there. Samuel is tagged out by Simmons, and the runner is erased. Well done by Javi Lopez. So that eliminates the runner. 1-1 to Dalton. Ground ball. Horner ranges to his left. Throws the first, and the side is retired. So the Phillies get their first base runner, but that's short-lived. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Braves 1, Phillies nothing here in Atlanta. Stepping up, here's Tommy Tucker. Tucker, .274, 5 homers, 29 RBI. Tucker now in a platoon situation with John Morrow at first base. Morrow, who had that completely unexpected, terrific season last year, has struggled to do much this year. That has let Tucker get some at bats, and he's been moderately productive. Smash down to first. Howard can't field it cleanly, but he stays with it, flips it to Roberts covering, and there's one away. So the order turns over. Here's Lonnie Smith. Skates grounded out his first time up. Again, Lonnie Smith riding an 18-game hitting streak coming into this one. Smith turns this one down the left field line. It's hooking, and that's going to go foul. Ashburn gives chase, but not enough hang time for Richie to get underneath that one. 0-1 the count. Smith goes the other way instead. That's carrying pretty well, but Klein's underneath it. A couple steps shy of the track, puts it away.
Now batting, number 15.
So 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the third. Appreciate you checking in with me here on this Wednesday morning. Here's Tony Cuccinello. Cuccinello was 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. Roberts rocks and fires. Fastball off the plate for ball 1. Roberts winds and fires. Cuccinello over the head of a leaping Jimmy Rollins, and that's going into the gap. Cuccinello is around first. Billy Hamilton gets to it. Cuccinello will pull in, but they stand up 2-out double here in the bottom of the third. 16th double of the season for Cuccinello, and that will bring up Tommy Holmes. Holmes doubled his first time up, takes a fastball up high. Ultimately came around to score on the Wally Berger RBI single. That put the Braves in front where we stand at the moment at 1-0. Fly ball to right. Holmes gives this one a good ride. Klein's going back. He's at the wall. He's looking up, and it's out of here. Home run, Tommy Holmes. 13th homer of the year for Holmes. Roberts can't believe it. But Tommy Holmes goes deep for a 2-run shot, and the Braves take a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. Again doing it with 2 outs. They got their first run with 2 outs, and now they strike for a pair with 2 down here as well. So now Maddux hit a 3-0 lead. Here's Berger stepping in to face Roberts. Wayne Martz notes, kiss it goodbye. So the Braves, again, making a stand here against the surging Phillies. An awful lot of chatter, people thinking that the Phillies, who were expected to be very good this year, that talk that the Phillies were going to chase down the Braves ultimately. The first crack they've had at the Braves in month and a half, I believe. Ground ball there. Playing him the pull. Samuel on the shortstop side of second makes the play and throws him out. But Tommy Holmes goes deep, 2-run shot. He scored the first run. He drives in 2, including himself here with the homer. We'll head to the top of the fourth in Atlanta. It's 3-0 Braves. So in steps Billy Hamilton. Maddux has faced the minimum through 3. Allowed the infield hit, which could have been called an error on Bob Horner. Then Samuel was thrown out trying to steal. Hamilton looped this one out, kind of into no man's land, that Bermuda Triangle area, out shallow left center. But Simmons goes out to get it for the first out. In steps Richie Ashburn. He's 0 for 1. But again, the Phillies had gotten to within a half game of the division coming into Atlanta here for this series. The Braves have taken the first 2 of this 4-game set, each in extra innings. And now they're up 3-0 here in Game 3. Braves letting the Phillies know they are not going to give up this division lead so easily. Fastball taken, But they call it on the outside corner. Down goes Ashburn. Fourth strikeout for Maddux.
Designated hitter. Chuck.
Hey, Sean, how are you? Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate you checking in. 2 down. Here's Chuck Klein. Klein is 0 for 1. He lined out his first time up. Only 1 for 9 in the series at this point. And Klein, right now, stands as the front runner in the National League MVP race. Few candidates there. Mellott as well. Still waiting for a big push from the reigning most valuable player. I'd be remiss if we didn't mention him today, Willie Mays, who won the MVP award last season. Mays, of course, if you've been under a rock for the last 24 hours, passing away yesterday at the age of 93. Must be a great player, a great guy, and the word legend is thrown around an awful lot, but there's very few guys who the term legend fits as well as the great Willie Mays. Two and two the count. Here's Maddux, works the Klein. Fastball misses up and away. Count goes full. Scott Rowland waits in the on-deck circle. And a slider from Maddux doesn't slide. It stays outside, and it's a 2-out walk. So it's a 2-out base runner. Klein on first. Here's Rowland. He's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Yeah, Sean, I agree with that, man. You need a little bit of baseball today, especially after that. That one hurts. I mean, obviously, look, Willie Mays was 93. He lived a great life. And I knew things weren't good when he said a couple days ago that he wasn't going to be able to attend the Negro League game on the game at Rickwood on I think it's tomorrow actually, and he was supposed to be honored before that, and he said he wasn't going to be able to attend it. And if Mays is missing that, you knew that something was at least ailing him. I certainly obviously didn't know if he was going to pass away, but knew it was something significant, or Mays would have been there. Sherry McGee waits on deck. 3-1 the count to Rowland. Maddux fighting control a little bit here. Smash down to third, right at Horner. He goes the short way to Cuccinello at second for the force, and the side is retired. So we'll head to the bottom of the fourth here at Fulton County Stadium. Murphy, Lopez, and Horner due up for the Braves. They lead it 3-0. Even though we don't use the game broadcasters, we have to look at John Sciambi and Chris Singleton's face every single time. In steps Dale Murphy to lead things off here for the Bravos. Murphy is 0 for 1. That curveball, that's called a ball. And, well, we joked before that there was no Angel Hernandez here, but I think he just appeared. That was a nice pitch from Roberts. Fastball misses inside. It's 2-0. There's a sinker at the knees for strike one. Roberts deals Murphy high fly ball to left center. Got just a little bit under it. Ashburn's there. Two-handed grab for out number one.
The catcher, number 8, Javier.
So that'll bring up Javi Lopez. Lopez grounded out his first time up. Pitch from Roberts. Line the other way, slicing away from Klein, who gives chase. He got a good break on it, though, and tracks it down. Nice play there by Chuck Klein on the slicing line drive, and there's two away. Our good friend Jeff Hunter joined us. How are you, Jeff? Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for coming by for a little Wednesday morning baseball. Here's Bob Horner. Horner is 0 for 1. Fastball on the inside corner. Nancy Horner, the Silver Slugger at third base in year 1 of the FSBL. He has not been able to match that success, however, over the last year and a half. Fastball back on the inside corner again, and Roberts is ahead of him 1-2. Roberts gets the sign. Dalton sets up inside. 1-2 pitch, and Horner scalds this one into the gap in left center. That's way back. That's out of here. Home run, Bob Horner, who unloads. 10th home run of the season for Horner. And you could have hung your laundry on that rope. Horner absolutely smokes it over the wall in left, and it's 4-0 Atlanta. And boy, would the Braves love to see Bob Horner get hot. He absolutely tattooed that one. 105.6 off the bat. That was out before Ashburn ever even got to the fence. 4-0 Braves. Here's Andrelton Simmons. Simmons lined out his first time up. Fastball. This is up high. It's 1-1. Simmons pulls it down the left field line. Yeah, Sean, we'll see if they show bullpen action. Basically, again, I don't play this. I let the game, I created the rosters and all the ratings and all that stuff, but I let the game play it out. I'll jump in for bullpen and pinch hitting stuff starting in the 7th inning, but I'll let the game play it out before that and just kind of see what happens. I like I more like observing things. But the game can do some odd stuff late in the game, so I will jump in there. But yeah, I can't imagine that Roberts is going to be too long for this world if he gives up anything else. Simmons skies it to right. Klein puts it away, and the side is retired. The uniform glitch pops up. First time we've seen that in this one. Horner homers for the Braves, not the Phillies, and it was a rocket. Horner's 10th of the year puts the Braves up 4-0. So here's Sherry McGee, and Greg Maddux has been very sharp to this point. Fastball there, misses down low. Ground ball up the middle, diving stop, Cuccinello, nice play by Tony C. Throws him out, and there's one away. And the Braves are making a statement in this series. Again, the Phillies had closed the gap to a half a game. And an awful lot of pundits were saying the Phillies were going to bypass them in this series, as hot as the Phillies have been. The Braves saying not so fast. Here's Ryan Howard. He struck out his first time up. He takes a fastball inside there for ball one. Pulls that one foul. One and one the count. Fastball on the outside corner. It's 1-2. Maddux delivers. Howard hit this one well to right center. That one floated a little bit on Maddux. Deep drive, and that's out of here. Howard puts out a solo homer, his 15th of the season. Maddux knew that one off the bat was going a long way. Left that one a little bit up in the zone. Maddux hasn't missed with many to this point, but he missed there. And Howard deposits it over the wall and cuts the deficit to 4-1. Deep drive out there to right center. Long run. Murphy and Berger both can do nothing but watch it go over the wall.
Up next for Philadelphia.
So a one-out solo shot from Howard. Here's Juan Samuel. Samuel singled his first time up. He is 5 for 11 so far in the series. Maddux gets him chasing a changeup. It's 0-2. Samuel has struck out the third most times in the National League to this point. 0-2 from Maddux. Samuel puts it into center for a base hit. So the Phillies trying to get something going here in the fifth. Solo homer from Howard and a single for Samuel. And now here's Jimmy Rollins. Rollins is 0 for 1. He struck out on 3 pitches his first time. Samuel tries to go again. Lopez guns it again, but this time Samuel is in there. 25th stolen base of the season for Juan Samuel, who was thrown out his first time trying to steal. So the Phillies trying to get a little something going here. 1 out, Samuel on second. That was a strike. It's 0-1 J-Roll. Takes a changeup on the outside corner. It's 0-2. Maddux glances at Samuel. Attacks Rollins here, who pops it up in foul ground. Corner puts it away for out number 2.
Now batting.
So now that'll bring up Darren Dalton. Dalton grounded out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Changeup, called strike. 4-1 sounds much better than 4-2 if you're the Braves. This is a big at bat here. And they send Samuel. Throw to third, and he's out. That is overly risky from Juan Samuel. Samuel would score on a single. There is no reason for Juan Samuel to try to steal third base there. Gotta think he was going on his own, or that's a horrible managerial decision. Samuel is thrown out for the second time in the game. That snuffs out an additional run potentially for the Phillies. We're midway through in Atlanta. It's 4-1 Braves. Tommy Tucker takes the first pitch from Robin Roberts into center to lead off the bottom of the fifth. Some frustrated chatter in the Phillies dugout between the two halves of the inning there. There was just no benefit to Samuel going in that spot. Here's Lonnie Smith. Smith is 0 for 2. Breaking ball from Roberts is in for a called strike. Smith is flown out and grounded out. Again, Lonnie riding an 18-game hitting streak. Fastball on the inside corner. It's 0-2. Roberts checks the runner and delivers. Smith fouls it off. Roberts from the set. Breaking ball. Smith goes the other way. Klein gives chase. He's not going to get there. It's a one-hopper off the wall. Runner had a hold to see if Klein would get it. He will hold at third. So it's an opposite field double for Lonnie Smith, who extends his hitting streak to 19 games. And now the Braves have second and third, nobody out. We have not seen bullpen action for the Phillies as of yet. We got to think they've got to get somebody up at this point. Roberts is clearly off. Here's Cuccinello. Second and third, nobody out. Fly ball to right. Not deep. Klein coming on. Fields it on the run. They are not going to send the runner there. Klein zips it in. Howard cuts it off, and the runner's hold. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess Klein's DH. Maybe Klein's DH today. That's Sherry McGee out in right field. And now, here's the man of the game, Tommy Holmes. Holmes has a double and a 2-run homer. He steps in here to face Roberts. You could make a case to walk him here, just as hot as he's been today, but I don't think the Phillies want to put another runner on base. Curve ball down in the dirt. Roberts definitely seems to be pitching him carefully. 2-0 the count as Roberts works to Holmes. Comes inside with the fastball. It's 3-0. Roberts thought he flipped the corner there. Wally Berger waits on deck. Phillies trying to keep this game from getting away from him. That fastball was in for a called strike. I kind of was thinking that Roberts was going to intentionally walk Holmes there. But he puts one over. It's 3-1. Roberts deals, misses inside for ball 4. So the bases are loaded, and here's Wally Berger. Berger is 1 for 2. He has an RBI single. Berger, plenty of pop, 18 home runs on the season. Phillies' rotation has been great, but they are sticking with Robin Roberts in a very tough spot here. Curveball in there for a called strike. Again, both the first 2 games of this series went into extra innings. I'm wondering if that's playing a part of it as well. Curveball misses down and in. One and one the count. Roberts deals, ground ball to short. This could be 2. Rollins to Samuel on to first, 6-4-3. Huge double play ball there from Robin Roberts to get out of the inning. So the Phillies in danger of letting this one get away. Get the double play grounder with the bases loaded. They get out of the inning with the game still 4-1 as we head to the top of the 6th. So here's Dalton. Dalton is 0 for 1. He was at the plate when Samuel was thrown out almost inexplicably, trying to steal third to end the 5th. Again, someone of Samuel's speed is scoring on a single anyway. There was no reason to send him there. Change up from Maddux at the knees for strike 1. Good cutter there. Dalton swings and misses, and Maddux is ahead 0-2. Turns that slider foul. Maddux rocks and fires. Dalton grounds it the other way. Dalton, largely a pull hitter, smacks that one down to third, right at point for out number 1.
Now batting, the center fielder, Billy Hamilton.
So that'll bring up sliding Billy Hamilton as the order rolls over. Hamilton is 0 for 2. Maddux has been sharp. Hamilton lines this one towards the gap, though. Berger ranges over. He cuts it off. Hamilton with great speed going for 2, and he's barely in there under the tag from Andrelton Simmons. So Billy Hamilton with a hustle double, his 21st double of the season. Not sure that I would have gone there, but Hamilton, again, just trying to make something happen here for the Phillies. Close play. Good slide there by Hamilton. He's in with the 1-out double. Here's Richie Ashburn. Ashburn is 0 for 2. Change up on the outside corner. Oh and 1 the count. Fly ball. Hooking foul. It's a long run. Murphy giving chase. He almost gets there. Instead, it's just foul, and the count goes to 0-2. Ashburn pulls another one foul just outside the bag. Maddux looks in and deals. Ashburn fouls it off. There you see. Not sure if we haven't seen who it is yet, but there are 2 relievers throwing in the Phillies bullpen. Shot the other way. Smith coming on. He'll get there, and Hamilton will have to retreat. Smith, though, throws it in and misses the cutoff man. And Billy Hamilton will move up. Lonnie Smith makes the catch, and then an errant throw in, and Hamilton, with terrific speed, takes third. So now it's 2 outs. Run 90 feet away, and here's Chuck Klein. Klein is 0 for 1. And Klein hammers this one to center. Berger's going back on it on the run. It's off the wall. Run will come around to score. Klein, as he has done all year, picks up another RBI, his 34th double of the season. 95 RBIs on the season now for Chuck Klein, and the Phillies cut the deficit to 4-2. And now, here's Scott Rowland as the tying run. Rowland is 0 for 2. Fastball from Maddux, misses down low. That's exactly what I was thinking, Dwayne. Yes, typical skates, you never know what you're going to get. Lonnie Smith was a talented player, but man, he was interesting, we'll put it that way. Rowland fouls off the changeup. It's 1-1. So now Maddux up against it a little bit here. High fastball. Rowland fouls it off. So Maddux is ahead of Rowland, 1-2. Delivers. Slider off the plate. Rowland doesn't chase. 2-2 the count. Happer up the middle. That's a tough play though. Cuccinello has to hurry, and he gets him. Nice play by Tony Cuccinello on the chopper past the mound. But Chuck Klein, the FSBL RBI leader, comes through again. It's an RBI double from Chuck Klein, and the Phillies inch closer. We head to the bottom of the 6th here at Fulton County. It's 4-2 Braves. So Robin Roberts' day is done. Here's Jim Constanti, 2-5, a 4.17 earned him in 33 appearances. He will take over and try to keep this a 2-run game as Dale Murphy steps in to open up the bottom of the 6th.
The right fielder, Dale Murphy.
Murphy has struck out and flown out. First pitch slider is in there for a called strike. There you see the NL Central. The Pirates still leading the Cardinals. They're up by 5 games in that division. And don't sleep on the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds have gotten themselves within 3.5 games of a wild card spot. Happer out in front of the plate. Tough play. Constanti throw to first. And Murphy beats it out. Good hustle by Dale Murphy. He'll get the infield base hit. And Murphy is on to open things up here in the 6th. The Reds' offense has started to click, and their pitching has been good enough. But don't sleep on Cincinnati. It's 4.5 games now, but even so. The Reds haven't gotten much attention as of yet, but they could make themselves a presence here over these last 2 months. 0-1 pitch to Lopez. Lopez, another tapper in front of the plate. Constanti has it. His only play is the first. Basically serves the purpose of a sacrifice. 1 down, runner moves up to second.
Now batting, number 5.
It's the out-of-town scoreboard. The Toronto Blue Jays have won 8 in a row. They've thrust themselves right back into the thick of the wild card playoff race, and still they're only 3 games out of that division behind the Yankees. Bob Horner steps in. Horner homered his last time up. An absolute tracer over the wall and left. Through ball there from Constantine, and it's 0-2. There's a fastball up and in. Standing from the set. Breaking ball. Warner fouls it off. Slider down and away. Horner doesn't chase. It's 2-2. The American League Game of the Week here for August 3rd of Year 3. As Horner hammers another one, but that one's foul. Will be the New York Yankees visiting the Detroit Tigers. Matchup of division leaders going on there. And a beautiful changeup from Constante locks up Horner. Big strikeout there. There's 2 away. Here's Andrelton Simmons. Simmons 0 for 2. Is flown out and lined out. Simmons slashes one to right. That's a base hit. Murphy coming around third. McGee comes up throwing. Throw home is not in time. Murphy scores. It's an RBI single for Andrelton Simmons, and the Braves get a run back and reopen the lead to 3. It's 5-2 Atlanta. Slider away, and Simmons just goes with it. And now here's Tommy Tucker. Tucker is 1 for 2. Ground ball to third. Roland has it. Goes the short way for the force. And the side is retired. But Simmons' RBI single puts the Braves lead back up to 3 as we head to the top of the 7th. It's 5-2 Atlanta. So now we'll see what the Braves do with Maddux. He will start the 7th. Low pitch count. He's only at 69, but he has shown some signs of vulnerability. So we'll see how big a hook they have. But Mad Dog will open up here facing Sherry McGee. McGee is 0 for 2. Change up just outside. Mike Remlinger, the lefty, and the rather nondescript Negro leaguer known simply as Brooks, who has pitched well enough to keep a spot on this Braves roster, is the right-hander. Cutter there on the inside corner, 1-1. There's a shot. Base hit in the center. So it's a leadoff single for Sherry McGee here in the top of the 7th. That'll bring up Ryan Howard. Howard went deep his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Maddux takes a peek. Runner goes. Throw from Lopez, not in time. Stolen base for Sherry McGee, his 15th of the season. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I believe the Phillies lead the National League in stolen bases. 0-1 the count here. Maddux pulls the string on Howard, and it's 0-2. It eliminates the double play possibility. Maddux delivers. Fastball down low. And Maddux floated a changeup a little too high up in the zone. Howard's last at bat. Howard deposited it over the center field wall. High fastball there. Howard lays off. He's got the count back to 2-2. And a fastball at the knees. Howard doesn't agree with it. Maddux may have gotten a little bit of a benefit there. 5th strikeout from Maddux. That is a borderline pitch, but if you're Ryan Howard, not sure you can really take that one in that spot. 1 away. Here's Juan Samuel. Samuel is 2 for 2. Pops this one up in foul ground. put away easily. And there's 2 away. Tommy Tucker puts the squeeze on it. So now here's Jimmy Rollins. Rollins is 0 for 2. He has struck out and popped out. McGee is on second. It's 5-2 Braves. We're looking to take the 3rd game of this 4-game series as they took the first 2. And Phillies have gotten within a half game of the division. Braves have taken the first 2 of this series to push it back to 2.5. 0-1 pitch. Rollins lashes it the other way. It falls in front of Smith for a base hit. They're going to wave the runner home. Smith with a good throw, and he gets him. Lonnie Smith, who made that error before, throws out Sherry McGee at the plate. And the Phillies have had 2 runners caught stealing, and now a runner thrown out at home. Good throw from Lonnie Smith. Lopez puts the tag on. 7th inning stretch time in Atlanta. It's 5-2 Braves. So Lonnie Smith has been very involved. He extended his hitting streak to 19 games. Made an error in the field and thrown a runner out at the plate. Smith flies this one to center. Going back on it, Billy Hamilton. He tracks it down for out number 1. And Dwayne notes the Phillies running themselves out of this game. Yeah, I mean, Samuel getting thrown out the first time, that was just a good call on the pitch out. Lopez throws him out. And I'm not even sure if I don't really have a problem with McGee going there. The real one that was the real bad one was Samuel trying to steal 3rd with 2 outs and Dalton up. Because that was just unnecessary. Again, if Dalton singles there, Samuel is scoring. So that was a poor decision. This one is looped out in the right. That's a base hit. So it's a 1-out single.
The batter, number 1.
For Cuccinello, here's Tommy Holmes. Yeah, no, absolutely, man. I'll tell you, though, your Braves making a statement here, man. As well as the Phillies have played for the last 2 months. As Sean says, literally running out of outs. This one's hit pretty well to left, but it's going to stay in the park. Ashburn puts it away for the 2nd out. I have noticed, so, I mean, McGee getting thrown out there besides, but you've watched enough of the games this season to know, the over-aggressiveness going towards home plate has not really been an issue this season. There have been a little bit too aggressive with stealing 3rd, though, this season, which wasn't a problem in the first 2 years. You know, so I don't know. There's not really anything in the slider tweak that I did before year 3 that should have made that the case. But it is a little bit aggressive on stealing 3rd and double steals. Not terrible, but I would still like to tone that down a little bit. I feel like that has been a little bit over-aggressive this season. But certainly a worthwhile trade-off to not have, you know, guys getting thrown out at the plate in every game. Again, that wasn't a bad decision by McGee. And the guys who have been thrown out at the plate, when it's happened this season, it hasn't been the slow guys. Because you would see things, you know, guys like Wilson Ramos, you know, who's, you know, molasses rolling uphill on the bases. Ramos trying to take home on routine shots to left and get thrown out by 60 feet. That kind of thing. So fortunately, we've eradicated that problem, which is a good thing. So that was frustrating. So anyway, we head to the top of the 8th here in Atlanta. Phillies trail at 5-2. Dalton will lead things off. Maddux will start the 8th. Cutter there misses down low. It's 1-1. 54,000 and change here at Fulton County for this one. Big matchup. for the lead in the National League East. This would be the first playoff appearance for either of these two teams. In the FSBL. Maddux ahead of Dalton 1-2. Comes inside on the slider. Dalton turns it, but it's foul. Maddux rocks and fires again. Ground ball back to the box, but Maddux always fielding his position well. Makes the play, and down goes Dalton for the first out.
The center fielder, Billy Hamilton.
Braves getting a terrific performance here from Maddux. He's made the big pitches when he's had to. He cruised early. Got into some trouble in the middle innings, but limited it. Hamilton lays down a bunt, and it's a beauty. Tough play there. Maddux pounces on it, and he gets him. Oh, what a play by Greg Maddux. That's a great bunch from Billy Hamilton, one of the fastest guys in the league. And Maddux gets him. We'll check the replay there. That is a close play at first. Hamilton lays this one down. That's a good spot. Maddux gets it, fires. Oh, let's see here. I'm going to get everybody dizzy on the camera. Oh, my goodness. That is as close as it gets. But Maddux gets Hamilton by a hair of a step. Beautiful play from Maddux, helping himself out. 2 away here in the top of the 8th. Here's Ashburn. Grounder to first. Taken to the bag by Tucker. And Maddux gets through 8th. And in order here in the top of the 8th. Beautifully done by Greg Maddux, who has pitched into a little bit of tough luck this season. So now, here's Jim Messier. He'll come on for the Phillies. 3-5, a 4.6 ERA in 31 appearances. The bullpen has been the Phillies' weakness so far this year. Yeah, I agree, Dwayne. That's why I wanted to check the replay on that one. Because that was a good bunt by Hamilton, who is blazing fast. But Maddux, again, fields his position so well. And made a great play there to get Hamilton. Here's Murphy. Fly ball to right. McGee gives chase. Drifts over the line into foul ground. He'll get there. Puts it away for out number 1.
The catcher, number 8, Javier.
So that'll bring up Javi Lopez. Lopez is 0 for 3. Rounded out in the 6th. His last time up. That one is fouled off. Messier rocks and fires. Fastball at the knees. He's ahead of him 0-2. Jack Taylor and Dutch Ulrich throwing out in the Phillies bullpen, just in case Messier gets into trouble. That's a beautiful screwball from Jim Messier. Lopez swings right over the top of it.
Now batting, number 5.
There's 2 away. Here's Bob Horner. Horner 1 for 3. Homered back in the 4th. Much to the joy of Wayne Marks and the rest of the Braves fan base. Fastball on the outside corner. It's 1-1. Fouls that one back. The count goes to 1-2. Sear gets the sign from Dalton. And another beautiful screwball from Messier. Down goes Horner, and the side is retired. So nice work out of the pen from Messier in this one. We'll head to the top of the 9th. Phillies' last stand here in Atlanta. They trail it 5-2. Coming on, the Braves closer, Craig Kimbrel. 26 saves, a 2.84 earned run average. Kimbrel has given up hits, but he's worked through it. Now he's got to work through the heart of the Phillies order. So Maddux goes 8 innings, allows 2 runs. We'll get to his final line at the conclusion of this game. Fastball misses down and away. It's 1-0. Crowd in Atlanta on its feet. Fastball up and in, and it's 2-0. Kimbrel dialing it up there. Lissette delivers, and it's 3-0. Kimbrel pitching like he's scared of Chuck Klein in a 3-run game. You've got to attack Chuck Klein much better than this. Fastball, that one's in for a strike. It's 3-1. Kimbrel looks in again. There's delivery. Klein slices one to left. Going back on it. Lonnie Smith near the track. Puts it away for out number 1. So they were playing Klein heavily to pull. He sliced one, but Smith tracks it down. 1 away. Here's Scott Rowland. Rowland is 0 for 3. Good knuckle curve there from Kimbrel. Rowland misses that one by a country mile. It's 0-1. Fires. Fastball just outside. One and one to count. Ground ball up the middle. It's a base hit. So Rowland singles. It's a 1-out base hit. And the Phillies keeping some hope alive here. Went down and away, and Rowland just stuck the bat head out and put it out in the center. Here's Sherry McGee. McGee is 1 for 3. There at the knees for strike 1. 18 homers, 52 RBIs for McGee. Being his usual very solid, productive self this season. Kimbrel delivers. McGee fouls it off, and it's 0-2. McGee runs pretty well. Not the easiest guy to double up, but you can do it. Kimbrel gets the sign. Rocks and fires. Down in the dirt. Good block there by Lopez. Rowland has to hold it first. One-two offering from Kimbrel. McGee, ground ball through the hole on the right side. It's a base hit. Rowland holds at second. Murphy's throw is a strike to third, just in case Rowland thought about going. But now the tying run will come to the plate for the Phillies, in the form of Ryan Howard. Howard is 1 for 3. And things have suddenly got tense quickly here in Atlanta. Howard tries to hold up his swing. They say you win. It's 0-1. Howard doesn't like it. Turns, walks away, tries to gather his thoughts. Kimbrel from the set. Delivers down in the dirt. Blocked again by Lopez. Good job there by Javi Lopez. 1-1 to count. Kimbrel delivers. Good knuckle curve there. Howard out in front of it, and it's 1-2. Kimbrel from the set. Delivers. Knuckle curve misses off the plate. It's 2-2. 16 pitches to this point for Kimbrel. It is not coming easily. Checks the runner, delivers. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Two-seamer off the plate. Howard chases, and the Phillies are down to their final out. It'll be Juan Samuel. Samuel 2 for 3, 6 for 13 in the series. The tying run at the plate. That one floats up and in. Samuel almost hit by the pitch. Everyone here in Atlanta is standing. Kimbrel from the set. Samuel swings and misses. It's 1-1. Looks in, gets the sign from Lopez and delivers. 1-1 pitch, knuckle curve misses away. It's 2-1. Jimmy Rollins waits on deck. Takes a glance at the runners and delivers. 2-1, ground ball up the middle. Simmons tracks it down, goes to the bag. And he didn't get there in time. Weakly hit up the middle. Simmons fields it. Didn't think he could throw Samuel out, but couldn't beat McGee to the bag. Everybody's safe. The bases are loaded. We're going to take a look at this one. Simmons probably should have charged this ball a bit. It's not hit hard up the middle. Simmons kind of stays back on it. Makes the play. McGee running hard to second. If Simmons runs through the base, he might have gotten there, but you can see Sherry McGee beat him to the bag. So everybody's safe. The bases are stacked, and now it's Jimmy Rollins. 2 outs, bases juiced, 5-2 Braves, top of the ninth. Knuckle curve misses down low. Kimbrel has gotten himself into trouble here. We'll see if he can get out of it. Sean notes very interesting, absolutely, at this point. Knuckle curve floats in there for a strike. 23 pitches here in this ninth inning for Craig Kimbrel. Comes inside, it's 2-1. As I mentioned, we get into the late innings, and I will take a look at things. I don't want Brooks, but I'm gonna go. I want to get. Oh, Bedrosian is gas. All right. Well, we're gonna warm up. We're gonna let Remlinger get back up and throw, just in case. I mean, Kimbrel's the closer, but if Kimbrel gives up, a run or two in this, then I think you've kind of got to think of getting Kimbrel out anyway. 2-1 the count as Kimbrel works to Jimmy Rollins. 2-1 pitch. Rollins, ground ball to second. Cuccinello charges. Tough play, throws the first. He gets him and the ball game is over. Well, it didn't come easily, but the Braves take the third game. They've taken the first 3 games of this 4-game set. They pushed the Phillies back down to 3.5 games back. Craig Kimbrel, 27 save. He had it all the way. Greg Maddux improves to 9-9. Robin Roberts falls to 10-9. And the Braves come away with the victory, 5-2 here in Atlanta. 2-run homer from Tommy Holmes. A solo shot from Bob Horner. A strong start from Greg Maddux, and some help from the Phillies on the bases, who couldn't get the big base running moves that they needed to work either. Appreciate that, guys. Dwayne Marks, Sean 1113 in the house. Jeff Hunter was here as well. Appreciate you guys checking in here for a Wednesday morning broadcast that drifted into the early afternoon. Maddux's final line: 8 innings, 7 hits, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 runs allowed. Robin Roberts goes 5, allows 7 hits, only 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 4 runs allowed, 2 homers. Player of the game honors go to Tommy Holmes in this one for the 2-run shot. Back in the third, he also scored a run. Ryan Howard, a solo shot for the Phillies. Chuck Klein, his league-leading 95th RBI in the loss. Final line score: 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the Braves. 2 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Phillies. So that'll wrap it up. Atlanta continues to make their stand here against the Phillies, telling Philly they're not ready for prime time quite yet. Braves get their division lead back up to 3.5. Appreciate everybody checking in. Again, next broadcast here for the baseball will be Yankees and Tigers, a matchup of 2 division leaders in the American League. Both of those teams getting pressured. The Tigers have now dropped, I believe it's 7 straight, including the first 2 of that set to the Yankees. But nobody in the AL Central has been able to take advantage of it. So the Tigers still holding on to that lead. The Yankees, I believe, are 2 games up on the Red Sox and now 3 games up on the surging Blue Jays, who have won 7 straight. So we got some good pennant race action ready to set this table here over these next 2 months of the season. We'll also have Week 8 of the Franchise Stars Football League coming at you here on the channel over the next couple of days. Appreciate you checking in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be good to each other, and we'll talk soon. The Braves top the Phillies 5-2.